You might as well.
Oh,
The
YouTube's
Twitch is
live.
live. Twitch is live.
What is up, the Twitch and the YouTubes?
Twitch and YouTube, what's up?
Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, to some shit.
We're gonna start the show here in a moment.
Yeah.
Right now we're in the behind the scenes bullshit, but we wanted to get everything started because it's getting late.
Yeah. I don't know whose fault it is that it's late, but
No, definitely Bryce.
Jordan. Mm-hmm.
I'm just amused to it.
Definitely.
Oh.
I'll fucking end you. All right, I'm gonna start recording. You guys start recording. I'm gonna do my robot shit. Huh?
You guys have chat up?
Yeah.
Can you see this emoji?
Yeah.
I don't have the YouTube chat up. I'm gonna watch
do
the
it
Twitch
every
time. You guys watch YouTube. I'll watch the Twitch, and then we'll come together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, over me. But remember, if we're gonna read something in the show, say who said it.
No, don't.
No, we're not gonna do.
We should
your
have
thing.
that conversation. We will talk about it though. Okay. Well, I'm recording. Let's roll.
Yeah.
I'm recording as well, so let me go ahead and do the robot voice for 67. 67.
I love it so much.
I figured I'd throw something a little new.
Yeah, the 7 was like 7.
Mm-hmm. Which usually I'm like 60, and then I'll do whatever it is in a weird way. But I wanted to do the whole thing weird. All right, so I'm gonna finger ourselves, and then I'm gonna be the one saying the things.
I don't know what just happened. That was weird.
You were mind blown by my acting ability. You thought I was in fact Skynet, and you became afraid.
I think you're right. All right, you can go for it.
Okay, kill all humans.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the PBnJ podcast.
Hey.
Whoop.
Joined with me, as always, we have Patrick, our resident peanut, and
what is the
Jordan, our resident jelly, and we're all just having a good time.
Yes.
And me, of course, I'm Butter. Speaking of Butter, I'm incredibly infuriated.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to complicate your fucking life so much. Okay?
Patrick has made a thing for me. I will never stop being on this until I get a goddamn answer. So,
he's very upset.
As many of you who have listened to the show before, I get a little obsessive over things that pique my interest or I get curious about or whatever. And I don't remember what brought up this specific term, but me and Patrick were talking before the show while we were waiting for Jordan to, put enough Benadryl in his kid's bottle.
In the bottle. Yeah, exactly.
But we were waiting for Jordan to, put his kids to bed and everything, bathe them and all that fun stuff. So we were talking before the show, and Patrick, for one reason or another, brought up the term duck butter. Now, duck butter.
Hold on. Can I just say real quick? I think.
You think what we were talking about was?
You know what? Never mind. I was actually going to say, I think I remember how it came up, and it was part of another conversation, but I don't even know. Never mind. Continue.
See, I don't know, because we go on like mini discussions and things like that all over the place. Like, how we talk on the show is exactly how we talk in real life. So you guys already know we will go ham on something, and then all of a sudden we'll get somewhere else and we'll have no idea how we got there.
We were in a long ass fucking conversation about the moral impact of
a show that Patrick
of a show that I just started watching.
And then we're going to talk about that too. Yeah. So we'll definitely get into that because I feel that
somehow ended in duck butter. I don't fucking know.
I don't know how it ended in duck butter, but duck butter, for those of you who do not know what it is, because I did not. I had never heard that term before.
Yeah, I couldn't even guess what it was.
The region between your anus and the male ball sack, is known as the taint or the chode, the scrotum, the underbirth of the scrotum, I guess.
It's the center bit right there, though.
It's a little tiddly bit right behind the balls.
Yes.
In there, it can get sweaty.
Now, hold on. Preface with, This whole fucking
The grundle, that's the word I was looking for.
it's a disgusting topic, so we're not going to
grundle.
focus on.
We're not going to focus just on this.
What's
It's
there,
it's gonna bring me into other things, but you guys have to understand why I'm mad. So it's where sweat and dead skin cells and just grossness accrues until it creates like a film over that area, and apparently that's called duck butter. I've never heard that before, and I'm infuriated because what about that is duck butter? What makes you think of ducks in that situation? Like butter, I can understand because it's a thin film. Butter is a filmy substance. It's kind of like a thick kind of paste or whatever, but it's smooth. It makes sense to me. Duck butter, though. And so I take to the internet, and all I see is the definition of duck butter. Thank you, Urban Dictionary.
Yes.
But none of it is the
best.
origins of why it was started to be called duck butter or what it's in reference to that brings ducks into the equation.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of words like that.
Really?
For instance, for instance, but they have reasons that they're that way, right? So the example that I gave earlier was there's a reason why you call a person a square. So like a square is like an unhip person. They're kind of a stick in the mud. They're a square, right? The reason why you call someone a square is because they're not very fun to be around. So those people were known as squares. Because you didn't want to be around them. Huh?
Check your
Okay,
hangouts.
that's odd.
Okay, I will check the hangouts.
Thank you. Yeah, well, Square though. So he says we were talking about Square. I've always known the term Square obviously as that, but also as a cigarette.
Now that's not something I've ever heard. I've never heard of a cigarette being referred to as a square.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I went on an extensive deep dive on the internet.
Which I think we'll talk about in just a second.
Yes, because we're gonna take a quick technical break.
A quick technical break. I'm not sure what's going on my computer right now,
but we'll be back in a second.
Be right back in just a minute.
For those of you, recording stopped, by the way.
Yeah.
For those of you who are watching, have any of you guys seen the movie Unfriended?
Yeah.
I'm starting to get a little concerned.
Jordan, make sure you try to save that audio file.
I'm trying.
So I don't know if anyone's realized, but watch this. Hey, Jordan, talk.
Talking.
Oh, look, there's no Jordan.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why.
All 0 viewers on Twitch noticed. They're all screaming at me right now. The same
all
thing.
0 viewers.
Four
Well, there's
viewers on
people in our chat on the tubes, but that's Jordan's.
Really?
I think it's Jordan's friends. Jordan
Yeah,
has friends
welcome to the show.
apparently. But as they can now see, can't even fucking make his computer work. Go restart your computer.
Also, if any of you are here because Jordan threatened your castles, let us know.
Yeah, please let us know.
You dumbasses.
Because we can get to him pretty easily, so we can get vengeance for you if he betrays you and yours.
Y'all don't know where I live.
They don't know where you live. I know where you live.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna restart my computer really quick. I will be right back.
Yeah, restart your computer, please. I
So-
swear to God, if it's a secret update and he just starts updating, I'm gonna cry.
What?
Because you know how his computer always happens to have an update when we do recording? And if it
It's
ends
a
up that
fucking just like iPhones, freaking Mac. Jordan threatened my Roblox group. He made my high ranks leave, so I have a big grudge against him.
not the Roblox group. Oof.
So wait,
That's a big oof.
what? Why do you want to see Jordan's feet? That's weird.
Wait, someone asked to see Jordan's feet? Do we have a foot fetishist in our chat? Y'all doing me a concern.
I'm gonna need you to explain so we can make fun of Jordan when he comes back.
All right, I need to bring up the YouTube chat because it sounds lit.
No. 1, they're all the way under my desk. 2, I don't want to move. 3, that's fucking weird.
Are they asking for everyone to show their feet?
Now?
Have they said shoe on head yet? Have they asked for a shoe on the head yet?
No.
Mm.
I get these fucking ads. Do you want money now? Of course I do. I click it. But instead of money?
I cannot believe that he would bribe your HRs with Robux. That's just rude.
What's a Roebuck?
It's an in-game currency. Look, I don't have a Backstreet Boys shrine. If I had
It's
that would be
100%.
front and center.
First of all, you know we're in a certain part of the world where obviously it would be O-Town that he was into. I mean, come on.
I would have preferred the Backstreet Boys. I'm just
Oh.
being honest.
Well, then it is a Backstreet Boys shrine.
It's not, because that would be front and center if I had one. No. It's a ghetto blackout curtain.
Yeah.
I legit just haven't purchased an actual blackout curtain for that window yet.
Yeah, so the answer is he's not very good at curtains.
I'm not very good at curtains.
Yeah, that's the answer.
That is the answer.
I have a feeling that he's updating his computer.
I think that's exactly what it is. I wish he would say something in the hangouts.
Somebody messaged Jordan in the foot fetish group and ask him if he needed to reboot his computer. What?
Just curiosities being satisfied. $2016. Okay. Actually, this is the perfect opportunity. Jordan's distracted. Now's the time to strike his castle if you were going to.
Yeah, exactly. He's not. Oh, did you? You might have just popped in. He's not hiding. He doesn't. I don't know. Mac.
If I'm bad at computers, he's bad at. Or if I'm bad at curtains, he's bad at computers.
Yes. He's bad at computers, and I'm the one that almost burned mine down. But
yeah,
I recorded the whole time.
He did. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
Because there was literal smoke coming out of the back of his computer, and he was just like, that's probably okay. We're lucky everyone's alive.
Okay. It looks like he's coming back online now. We just have some testicle difficulties.
We'll be able to stop with this impromptu break that we never take.
Yeah. We
we
don't have any content.
It's in the middle of the flow, too. So it's like he blue-balled me.
Yeah.
With his broken shit. Feels bad, man.
It does, FBM.
I'm just saying. I'm just being honest.
You
Holy
dumbass.
shit, you're back.
We're the dumbasses?
Yeah, right? Fuck you.
I was listening the whole time.
Okay.
You couldn't have listened the whole time.
I definitely did.
No, we had that.
You might want to check on your hold.
Oh, yeah. Our bad.
Maybe under attack. It wasn't us, if anyone was asking. Also, you're supposed to show your feet.
No.
You don't want to?
No.
That's true. There was no payment being offered for the foot showing, which I'm gonna need some cash for that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We should get a super chats added, and they can super chat us money for for foot flashes.
I got Venmo. Hit me up on Venmo. I'll get you toesies. I'll squish butter in between them. That's for
'cause
you.
you're butter. Good
That's
job.
weird. Let's not do that.
Not any more weird than
But
you
if they're
being
paying
like.
me for it, I don't mind.
Not any weirder, Jordan, than you saying, "Hey, these people are gonna probably pop in and listen," and then the first thing that happens is they want to see our feet. And then told us about your feet thing that you have that you've just never told us about.
You don't know me.
Apparently not, and it's disappointing. I would like to know that
I
about
did.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you don't need to know.
Okay. You're back. We should come
Also,
back.
you need to stop bullying the Roblox group.
Yeah.
Just
I
an
do it
FYI.
won't.
No more big oofs.
I do it in one.
All right, I'm ready. Are we ready? We gonna do
Yeah.
this damn thing?
We're good to go.
All right, I'm recording again. Let's get the count off going. So here's the thing.
Also recording. Let's do it.
That was weird.
You're weird.
3,
2, 1,
go.
Welcome back, everybody, from our technical break. Hopefully, there was something fun in there.
We just had to do some modifications. It's okay.
Yeah,
Probably not.
Everything was on fire, but it's fine. You probably had some soothing, interesting content for the break music, because Jordan's going to do that as payment for the break we took.
Hold on. Let's just
blue balling me in the middle of my damn thought and my flow.
Don't lie to these people. All it's gonna get is just gonna go, and it's just gonna be us
It's
back.
legit just going to be a Yeah, I know.
Right back
But
into it.
one could hope. One could hope we would get a little bit of like we're experiencing technical difficulties. Yeah, like a little elevator music with the experiencing technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But anyways, since the last thing we were talking about were words, you
were pissed off about the words.
Well, I'm pissed off about the words because duck butter makes no fucking sense for it to be called that. And there's other nonsensical things that exist, but they have an origin. One of them being square. If you're a square, you're not a fun person to be around. And then we were starting to talk about cigarettes and why they were called a square. So I'm fervently searching online before the show for why a cigarette's called a square, yelling the entire time. It doesn't make any fucking sense for duck butter to be called duck butter.
Yes. Which he hasn't found an answer to yet.
I haven't found an answer to it, and I never will. I'm going to die not knowing, and that I hate it. I hate it. I can't stand something like that. I get obsessed, and now I'm obsessed. Now I'm not going to be able to sleep until I find the origin. So in the next 2 to 3 days, if you guys message me and I'm fucking delirious, you know I haven't slept.
Yes.
Because
you're going to be up all night like, why is it called duck butter?
I'm going to be going through Wikipedia articles. I'm going to be going through Urban Dictionary links, anything and everything that might have a hint of something. I am going to look for it. But yes. So another word, squares for cigarettes, ends up that's because the rolling paper at the time for cigarettes were square in shape as opposed to the more rectangular, longer cigarettes we do now.
So now I know to correct myself and ask for a rectangle instead of a square.
Yeah, modern day rolling papers, you should be asking for rectangles. Hey man, you got a recce? But
good job, bro.
Thank you.
I like that.
But another word phrase that seems completely nonsensical is one that is based out of England, is the dog's bollocks. Right? Bollocks, for those of you who don't know, is testicles.
Right.
And the dog's bollocks would be the dog's testicles.
Right.
So originally in America, we had things like the cat's whiskers, the cat's pajamas, the cat's meow, bee's knees, all those. Those were all just
cool
hips. They were just random sayings where they took an animal and a part of that animal. The eel's ankles.
That's the bee's knees. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it had to have some form of either alliteration or rhyme scheme to it. And it was just accepted that if you were talking about an animal and a body part that it was a thing, it didn't make sense. None of those made sense. But the dog's bollocks does make sense because the origins for it has to do with the printing press. It was their nickname for a colon dash.
Dog's bollocks.
It was the dog's bollocks. And eventually it kind of took over because in America, the flappers of the 20s were saying all these animals things. Since the dog's bollocks was already a thing in England and it had a very specific use, it kind of morphed into this other thing, and now the dog's bollocks is the same as the cat's whiskers or the cat's meow.
Does that count as rhyming though?
No, it's not. It's not rhyming, but because it's an animal.
I mean, not as good as I can
They
rhyme.
basically morphed something that already existed for a specific subset of people, specifically people in the printing press, industry, I suppose. They used it specifically for, a colon dash when talking about printing, so it evolved into that because in the United States, they were saying animal things.
Well, yeah, because
cool.
we're fucking badass.
It was a keyword. There you go. And so that's the origins of the dog's bollocks. So all of those things have origins. As convoluted and as nonsensical as they are, there are origins there. Duck butter has no origin that I can find, and I hate it. And that's my whole point. That's what I wanted to start you guys off with. I am mad.
I quick Google search myself, and I've got absolutely nothing. It doesn't make sense.
But if you do a Google search, you will come across a movie.
Yeah, yes, and that's the other thing. That is the other thing. Thank you. There is a movie called Duck Butter.
Look how mad he is. Look at him. Look at him.
He's so wrong. The movie is about two lesbians.
Yeah.
Who are both completely tired of romance and modern day love. So they decided that they will spend 24 hours together entirely for the full 24 hours trying to discover a new form of intimacy, right? And it's not based on what I'm reading about it. I don't want to read too much because I actually want to watch it now so I can try and understand why it's called Duck Butter. And I don't want to do spoilers. But
hold on. Let me just... So, essentially, it's a movie about them having a bunch of sex to try to figure out whatever.
Well, we're not sure if it's actually sex between the two of them. It could be intimacy as in, like, just closeness to another human, not necessarily sexual intimacy. But there is a decent chance that there's going to be sex involved. But it's not like a new sex position or something. They're just trying to figure out if they could feel closer to.
I really hope that it doesn't turn out the reason it's called duck butter. It ends up being super disgusting.
Yeah, that it ends up that one of them have duck butter, and it becomes like a thing for the movie to where it's like that's the thing that.
Have any toast?
Oh my!
Let's not.
Oh man, we should
get out of here, Patrick. Yes, please. But anyway, so that movie's called Duck Butter, based on the synopsis for the film. Nothing about it would have to do with duck butter, because my thought when I heard duck butter, the word duck butter first was foie gras. Like the fatty part of the duck, the duck liver that is used as like a butter to cook things, because it's a very high quality fat. Okay. But no. Even then, it doesn't make any fucking sense, because what did two lesbians fucking each other have anything to do with foie gras or the original duck butter Urban Dictionary term?
Well, maybe it's about...
I'm really mad.
Maybe it's about ducks and butter. Yeah, specifically about ducks and butter. Maybe it's about having a fancy dinner, and they go and they learn about how you can use that as butter, and it's a duck. Maybe they tie it in.
I'm hoping they do. I'm going to watch this movie, and I hope it makes sense, because if not, we might have a movie night.
I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't.
I know you hope it doesn't.
So this way we can have a movie night anyway, and it's about how, you threw your computer screen across the room.
Maybe the history of the word is in that movie.
That'd be hilarious.
There's only one way to find out.
No matter what, I have a feeling I'm going to be mad, because I was looking at the Rotten Tomatoes score, and it's like 52% for that film. So I'm just like,
I don't, I tend to not really trust that. I just go on my own, because there's movies that most people are like, that's crap, but I tend to most like movies. I tend to
love shit movies, though. That's like a thing for you. You're in love with the Sharknado movies. You're probably rock hard for the new one that's coming out that is going to have time travel in it.
Oh my God. I cannot fucking
There's going to be a Wild West and medieval time Sharknado situation.
That's awful, dude.
Like, they showed a poster for it, and it's the main guy who always has a chainsaw in every movie, so he can chainsaw through a shark.
Yep,
it's a thing. It shows him with the chainsaw.
I hope somehow he has the chainsaw.
Coat, he's in like the Wild West time, so it's like a trench coat, but he still has the chainsaw. And then the other one, it's more of like a short leather armor type deal, because it's medieval times. So. Well, it's the other arm. They did it as like a split in the center. So like
okay.
half and half.
He's gonna have the fucking chainsaw. Don't
took
you?
the
I mean, I
double
can
fisted
guarantee you can have a
chainsaws.
chainsaw on both.
So the
because
first
that's the
one,
thing.
listen, the first one was cool. The second one was cool. The third and the fourth and the fifth, I don't know, whatever.
You got bad taste in movies.
All I know is that one of them
No,
took
no,
place
no.
in
There's-
Florida,
Listen,
and
they're
they'd used the
cool.
rock and roller coaster as a set piece.
They're cool because they are so lame. Because they are actually made to be cheesy. They never ever try
They're
to make
cashing
a
in on the
serious
market that
movie.
is obsessed with like The Room and Manos Hand of Fate.
What about the Cube?
Every terrible movie that's ever existed ever, they're basically
You've never
trying to
watched
cater.
The Cube?
I have no idea what that is.
Oh,
What was it? I'm sorry.
The Cube?
All right, hold on. I think The Cube is a legitimately decent film.
I like The Cube. What about the second and the third one?
Well, hold on. I haven't.
We're not going to talk about it. Just
If we're saying the second and the third one, those ones are definitely a lot more cheesy. I still feel they're of better quality, and because of that, they are not going to gain as much success because you either gain the success from being super bad to the point where everyone knows you're in on it being bad and you're just having fun, or you're in on or you're super good. Those are the two ways you make money in the film industry now. They were like just good enough to not be super bad, so they got fucked. But they're still fun to watch. Like the Cube 2 is hilarious to me.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
But the original Cube, I legitimately love that movie.
But
It's
the
one of my
hard
guilty
part-
pleasure horror movies because it is kind of cheesy, but I think it's decently done.
I trust the movie night over Patrick.
well,
fucked.
listen, fuck you.
My answer is fuck you.
Oh shit. So I don't know. I know that Jordan actually has who dis? I know that Jordan actually has stuff to talk about today, which is weird. I have a game I'd
fuck
like
you.
to I have a little mini game I'd like to play. I don't know what you want to do first. What do you want to do first?
Doesn't matter to me.
Are we gonna flip a coin
You
on
know
this?
what? Well,
We
do
should
it.
have talked about this
I got
probably.
two stories. One of them's quick, right? So I can It's
Spit that
quick
out
roll.
like
do
hot
that,
fire.
then we can play your game. Later on, we can come back to my second.
Okay, slam
Okay.
it out.
All right. So, first one, found it really funny. There's a dude in Okaloosa, up in the Panhandle,
Yeah.
that I guess he was high, decided it was a great idea to steal a female-themed ice cream truck with a bunch of weed in his pockets.
Hold on.
What makes it female
What's
themed?
a
Is it like
female themed?
is it
ice
breast
cream?
milk
So
ice cream?
it's like no, that's not what I mean.
Do
I mean
they
the actual
sell-
ice cream truck. You jackasses. It's got like a pink paint thing around, kind of like to look like a skirt, and it has eyelashes.
Really?
Oh,
That's adorable.
Okay, so
It is
it's
for
actually
kids.
a girl.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
Truck.
girl
it's a
van.
girl ice cream truck,
Interesting.
and he stole it. He had a bunch of weed in his pockets. It had like, I think they said $1,200 worth of ice cream, and he was
Damn.
like, "Yeah, there's keys in there. Why not help himself?"
So he
I
was
mean, yo.
stoned. This is what happened. He was fucking stoned out of his nuggets. He
Mhm.
walked up. He was like, "Oh, I'd love some fucking ice cream." Went up. The person for the ice cream truck, nowhere to be found. Right? Goes in. He's like, "Oh, the keys are in the ice cream truck. I'm gonna eat so much fucking ice cream." And just
Yep.
threw it away. Like,
You know
Pretty
what?
much. Yeah.
I
It's-
don't
it's
even
one of those
fucking
things
blame the
where-
guy.
I don't even think he stole it for like a joyride or anything like that. I think he was just stealing it so he can drive it somewhere and park and hop in the back and start eating.
Yes.
No,
and then
not
just
even.
leave it
Like,
there.
He took it and ditched it in an alleyway, like a few blocks away.
You know why he
Yeah.
ditched it in that
But I
alleyway?
bet
That's
he
when
left.
he unloaded the ice cream
Mm-hmm.
that he
I
wanted.
think so. You know what? Probably it doesn't
And
say that.
That's
Story,
why
but
he ditched it in the alleyway, because he got what he wanted, which was he got his free ice cream, and he took it in such a way that he was in the alley so he could escape without people seeing him. He fucked off. He had the best goddamn bars of his life. He was macking on that Sonic ice cream bar with the gumdrop eyes that are all like dirt.
Yeah, they're always dirt.
There's always one that's higher than the
Never
other one
say,
that's
yeah.
not in the eye slot. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
He was all about it.
And you know what? They were probably a little confused when they found the truck at first. Like, he didn't take the money, he didn't take the generator, he didn't steal all of the ice cream. There's 8 very specific ice cream bars missing.
Granted, they're the best ones. So we're mad about that. But
And that's just because he simply was high. Like,
I didn't want to have to wait for the lady to show up.
In
They
an
just stole it.
alternate reality, I could fully understand being intoxicated in such a way where you go to a, let's say, grocery store. Never go grocery shopping in an altered state of mind, because you will buy just donuts, milk for the donuts,
Right.
candy at the register,
Right.
nothing for dinner.
I mean, you have donuts for dinner.
Good point. I
Breakfast
mean,
and lunch for 2 days.
I wouldn't mind, but
I mean, not that I've done that.
It's just like going
but I could
to
see
the grocery
it,
store
though.
hungry.
You've done that.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
What?
You've done that.
You're a liar. Maybe.
We cannot confirm nor deny.
It
We
was
plead the
probably,
fifth.
if it happened, it was probably earlier today. So
Celebration for finishing that floor, right?
oh my God, I don't even want to talk about that. So, actually, you know what? Let's segue real quick, and then we'll play my little game, and then we'll take an actual break.
Sounds good.
But what? So my sister, right, and Jimmy, who usually watches and listens. So what up, Jimmy? Yeah, we appreciate you, hearts and such. They put wood floor in one of their rooms. They had already done all the prep work for the most part.
Okay.
But man, my fucking knees are on fire. Like, I don't even know how hookers do it. First,
Oh my God.
second, what's a valid question? Second, you guys know I'm like a let's take the elevator kind of guy,
Yes.
So the fucking up and down, squatting down on the floor, fucking putting this floor down. I'm essentially kind of penguin walking right now.
Very nice. Wobble.
No, it was 2 straight days of working on the floor. And but it looks really nice. It's almost done. Probably a little bit left. But man, fuck that company. I wish I knew the name of the company. I wish I could fucking remember them so I could fucking blast them right fucking now. The wood is such a piece of shit that you tap it together, and the little fucking lip breaks off.
Oh,
I had to use a fucking razor knife on every single board individually and shave off a little bit on the tops. So this way, when you tapped them together, they didn't damage themselves.
That is so stupid.
That's bull.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are riled up like crazy today.
I was fine.
Up until
I was chill. I was
until
sleepy.
duck butter.
I was tired, and then the incident happened.
That will
Where
now
we were
be named as the
discussing all
incident.
kinds of stuff, which we'll talk about after we have our real break.
Yeah.
We'll get into the question that started it all.
So, but the floor came around nice, and like I said, there's a little bit of work left to do. It is ironic though that it took so long, because I was kind of hoping it'd be done in just a day. It did eat into my video game time this week, but yeah, right. But I'll get that out the rest of the night.
Man, I had to work for real people, so I couldn't space truck in my video game. I couldn't drive off into space for 4 hours just exploring.
You're not lying.
I'm not. I know, because I'm the space trucker. I'm that guy. I'm the one driving between the same 2 ports over and over, just dropping the shit off.
Yeah, I mean, you do that for a while. I've done that for a while. We do some cool shit now, though.
Yeah, I mainly trade in. I smuggle, but
my sister just texted me and said hi, and I love you. So more than likely, they just heard what I was just saying
about your knees.
And to elaborate, fuck that company that made those fucking piece of shit boards. Those bastards. Anyway.
Yeah, if you are listening, send us the name of the board so we can talk shit.
Yeah, because we want
to hit them with it.
Honestly, I looked at what the name was, and I told Jimmy, I was like, I'm gonna fucking blast these guys on my show 4 people listen to.
Come on,
5. Wow,
how
I don't
dare
know.
you?
Alternate reality, man. In an alternate reality, the PB&J podcast has only 4 fans.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. So we don't talk about it.
Don't say that again.
First rule of PB&J: don't talk about the alternate reality world.
First rule of PB&J: always eat PB&J. Second rule of PB&J: nobody have what? What are we talking about? I have a game I want to play.
I'm ready for the game.
So
throw me in the mix.
Let's go.
let me explain. The other day I was at a buddy's house and a thing occurred, and another buddy was like, "Dude, you should record this and put it on your show." And I was like, "All right."
Fuck it, why not?
But then I went ahead and I recorded 3 other things, and I was like, you know what would be cool? I'm gonna play these, and I'm gonna ask you guys, guess that sound. Do you like that?
God?
No. God's gone. Actually, the God mic is right there, and I can see it. I should plug it back in so we can occasionally do echoey God voice.
You mean we should invite God to the show every now and then so he can talk?
I feel like bringing God into this show is a horrible fucking idea.
Absolutely.
And all
Let's
that
not
would
do
happen
that.
is it would cause our definite, like extreme
Smiting?
definite fucking smiting and damnation. And
Yep.
oh, okay.
I'll just be like, bro, you made me this way. And he'll be like, it's cool.
It's cool.
Ah, you're right. You're right.
Just like that?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, man.
it's
If
you
only.
right. You right.
You know what? You right.
All right. This first one, it's kind of easy.
Okay.
Yep. Kathy said yep. So my sister is listening and she said yes. So
Okay.
Sweet. We need names.
oh
Is that
yeah,
the name
go
of the
look at one of the boxes and then text me the name of the company so I can officially tell them to
To fuck
Please.
themselves.
please use better glue next time. Okay.
Either better use better glue or sponsor us so we stop talking shit.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sound.
Hey.
And by the way, I'm going to do this extremely professionally and not by playing it through the speaker on my phone.
Yeah, this is a professional soundboard. You ready for it? Thank God no one can see this.
Yeah. Right. All right. Listen.
It sounds like a faucet.
Well, that was a text message. What do you think it was, Jordan?
It sounds like you're like in a pool of crickets.
So Bryce hit it dead nuts.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, a close-up of a faucet running with like with the mic turned up as loud as it could get and the water running on the phone screen.
I know what a faucet sounds like. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the faucet
Congratulations.
whisperer.
Okay. So here's the second one. You ready?
All right, I'm ready.
You want it again?
Yeah, one more time.
Do
Okay.
that again. That sounds like
Well.
hitting your vape a little.
What do you
Like
think,
you're
Bryce?
if you just let it burn.
See, I agree. It does sound kind of like the vape, but part of me also wants to say like a packet of Tic Tacs or like screws.
Oh yeah, that's true. It does
I'm gonna
sound-
go with the Tic Tacs. He goes with the vape.
It's the vape. It's a dry hit on the vape. Yeah. It's no inhale, just the mic directly on.
Yeah,
Right. I probably just burned.
I
my
thought it
thumb.
would be the vape, but it was one of those things where I'm like,
All
let
right,
me
so
just, let me
1-1.
just toss it out. One on.
1-1. Look at you
Yeah.
guys doing shit. All right,
All
so
right,
now
cool.
this is the next one. This is all leading to one I guarantee neither of you are going to make. And honestly, it's one of my
So
favorites.
we got to win it on this next one so we can both fail the last one.
Yes.
All right, let's go. Oh, there was supposed to be a sound there? That wasn't just background noise? In my mind, either a washing machine / dryer or a garage door opening.
Okay.
kind of
I'm
sounds
trying to
like
remember if you have a garage.
he. Oh shit! I don't even.
You fuck both of you. No, I don't.
I didn't think you did.
But you have
I'm gonna
kinda-
go with washer / dryer. Laundry. I'm doing laundry.
Could be.
Okay. What are you
I'm gonna go a
doing?
little- I'm gonna go a little bit more specific. It sounds like you had your pocket recording, or your phone in your pocket recording, rather, and you slid down one of those long, slidey, like tubes.
You're stupid. No, I was driving down the road, turned
window
everything
down?
off with windows up, but I took my phone and stuck it to the door.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That is interesting.
Because I wanted to say driving with the window down, but
which
then I
I'd have
was just
given
like,
you with the window down. I'd have given
Yeah.
you that. I'd have given you.
I should
Okay,
have gone with my first instinct.
and here goes what actually started the whole idea. It is currently still 1v1, right, or 1-1.
Yeah.
Whoever wins
And a 1v1.
and a 1v1, yeah, 1v1.
FD phony, bitch.
Whoever wins
FD
this
phony.
will get my eternal love.
I'm on it then.
I already got it, so whatever.
Nice.
There you go. What the fuck's that?
Spaghetti sauce.
Grapefruit blowy.
That does sound like a grapefruit blowy.
Hold the fuck on. Yes, Bryce.
Spaghetti
was-
sauce.
It was. Yeah, what that actually was my buddy Ryan mixing noodles and sauce. How the fuck did you even know that?
Because I
Bryce
have
is
your
a
eternal
weird
love,
fucking dude, man.
and I knew that whatever I said would be correct the moment you put that on the line. And my first instinct was spaghetti sauce, and I was correct.
God, dude, good fucking job.
Thank you.
Acceptable.
So,
I don't like the setups, man.
and I can't help but feel like the reason why Jordan is having technical difficulties again.
Yeah, it's
I
break
don't have that
time.
eternal love.
Yeah, we're gonna go on break time.
yeah,
But the reason why this is happening is specifically because the gods knew that I needed the eternal love, gave me the eternal love, and then smote Jordan for his insolence of claiming he already had it.
Exactly.
No,
So, Jordan, that is a divine sit down, be
appreciate it.
humble.
Hey, real quick before we go, my sister sent me the
They sent the name?
yeah, it is Select Surfaces.
All right, select surfaces. You have two options here.
Elite Collection.
Either one, we continue to talk shit about your elite collection.
Yep.
Let
Which,
the
by the
people
way,
know.
Was fucking definitely not an elite collection, you bastards.
Yeah, elite collections don't break
And
when you put
not
them
for
together.
nothing. Not for nothing. It's very nice looking, right?
Yeah, you sent a
The
picture.
wood-
It looks
The
gorgeous.
wood is thick, right? It goes together nice, but these little ass fucking things break off, and it makes me want to punch hologram babies.
That's babies in the future.
Yeah, I don't want to punch real babies. That's not nice.
Well, with the topic we're going to talk about, you may have the ability to punch babies.
That's true. Hey, by the way, they should, in my opinion, refund not only people who bought this, but they should initiate a reverse class action lawsuit and send everybody who ever bought this some type of refund.
Okay. So you either do that or you sponsor us, and then everything goes away, just like
exactly.
in America.
Sponsor us, and we'll
This is
talk
the
about
American
how you got
dream.
fucking tightest tabs I've ever seen. But
Yeah, and how
until
gorgeous
then-
that floor looks. Here's the image of it before and after.
Yeah, exactly.
So you decide what treatment you want. The American dream. Let's go,
Yeah.
boys.
Premium
We're going to break.
select.
See you after the break.
Love it. BRB.
And recording stopped. Right. So Jordan.
So, yeah, dude, what's up with the PC tonight, man?
I don't fucking know. I really don't.
I think it's your internet. I don't think it's your
recording,
computer.
but yeah, I've been having some internet issues all day today. Fucking Spectrum, man.
As long as the voice works, I'm not super concerned. I'm just concerned that it's going to drop out in the middle of the show completely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm worried about as well.
So maybe reboot the router real quick. What do you think?
I've done it like 6 times.
I'm afraid to lose him in completely. As long
Yeah.
as it's not going to affect the recording,
No,
Jordan.
the recording's good.
You're
Okay.
playing back the Audacity and it sounds fine.
Yeah, it's all good. I've got lines. Audio's perfect. Yeah,
Okay.
so no issues there. If my
All right.
video's gone, my video is gone. I mean,
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe just turn the camera off just to make sure it doesn't tax the internet too much.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
So-
we'll just have you a sandwich for the rest of the show.
Yeah, go up and turn off at the top.
I'll do that.
No.
Although
So-
it automatically shows me as the sandwich in YouTube anyway.
No, it
Yes.
doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Oh,
Weird.
so it's only showing us the
Yeah,
black
it shows you
screen.
guys
The black screen.
but not
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay, since this is actual break time, I'll be right back. But do we know second half what we're doing?
Well, second half, Jordan has the second story he wanted to talk about.
Right.
We
Yeah.
could come in with that.
We'll come in with that, and I think we finished strong with because we've already got like 33 minutes going. So after that second story, we'll probably be at 40. I think we come in with the morality debate where we kind of explain the show a little bit, give them the backdrop they need, and then we can start going into the morality of everything.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Because I think that that's going to be at least a 12 to 15 minute conversation, and that'll put us right under an hour.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back in a sec.
Same. Jordan, be entertaining.
Yeah, be entertaining.
The pressure is real. I don't know if you guys on YouTube were reading the chat earlier. We had a very strange person in here asking to see our feet. And you wouldn't know. But I've got my feet out, bro. They're right up in the camera. It's not my fault it's not working. But you could have had it. If you'd have stuck around, you'd have had it. And it's your own fault. There's a kitty in the stream. I will actually be right back as well, everybody. So sit tight for just a moment and we will return.
Hello, it is me, Mario. Just kidding. That'd be weird. Wait, is everybody gone?
Yeah, I think so.
Jordan.
you wouldn't know if I was here or not anyway.
You weren't supposed to be quietly sitting here. You were supposed to be engaged.
I was engaged. And then I had to walk away for a minute.
Hello, Kat. Have you been entertaining the masses?
I told that guy, that troll or whoever that was earlier.
Has Kat been entertaining?
I lifted my camera. He just couldn't see it.
Hold on.
What?
That person wasn't one of your friends?
No.
The foot person? No.
Yeah. No, I think that was just somebody who had.
That was just somebody coming through.
Yeah. Being fucking weird.
They just rolled with the fact that we thought that they were someone who was who we expected to be there. Maybe it made it easier for them to get the foot picks that they wanted. I'm surprised they didn't do the whole shoe on head thing. It makes me wonder if they really were a troll or not.
Why? What's shoe on head?
Old internet thing. Back when Omegle wasn't a thing, live streaming wasn't a thing, there were certain like webcam sites where you can like just kind of have like a live vlog kind of deal. And people would raid vloggers and tell them to do outrageous things just to see if they could get them to do it, just because they have so many viewers now. So, I got to keep these people here. And they would put shoe on head, they would show feet, they would all kinds of weird tasks. So shoe on head is the classic.
Interesting.
It's super early for both of them. Right now, it should be around 5 or 6 a.m. where they are. If they're Middle Greenwich time.
I don't know what that means. I know where they live. I don't know it's super late.
I'm thinking it's super early in the morning.
Late if you haven't gone to sleep yet. Early if you're waking up.
I guess.
See?
It's
Boom.
4 a.m. Okay.
4 a.m. in England. I think that means
it's
5
hours.
for Owen's zone.
Yep.
I think.
Stayed up for this. That's nice. We appreciate that.
These people right here.
Oh, so he must have really fucking.
He must have been really afraid for his castle.
Yeah.
He's on my team. He's also.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it doesn't mean
also,
anything.
Like, way more stronger than me. So I can't really.
You could hire people.
Yeah.
I can kill a troop on his castle. That's about as much as I'd be willing. That's true. He is the one that found me.
Hey, good job.
We're proud of you.
We are proud of you.
How hard was it to find? Because we've heard feedback about our name being hard to find.
Obviously, I mean, it was easy for him. He found it in like fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah, but 20 minutes of searching for something.
But I also didn't say.
You didn't say the name of the show.
Podcast. He had no information to work off of and still found it. So
all right. So that's not too bad then, I guess.
Then you're just a dodo.
I am a dodo.
Well, I didn't mean you.
When people have asked me, "Hey, if your friends jumped off a cliff, would you?" I was already jumping off the cliff in the middle of the sentence. Hashtag dodo life. Also, hashtag fun-filled fact for everyone watching on our break. The dodos didn't actually commit mass suicide. The documentary was there to try and see if it was true. They couldn't find any they couldn't record anything to prove it. So they threw some dodos off the side and recorded them falling. Because because everyone thought that about the dodos, and the point of the documentary wasn't to actually prove if it was true or not true. The point of it was to catch it on film, this event. So when it wasn't happening, they weren't going to come back and be like, well, actually, here's an entire video about how dodos are just boring ass birds. They were like, no, let's throw some dodos.
So then where'd they all go, fucking smart guy?
I never knew that. That's weird.
It's a fact. They were killed off from hunting. They've been extinct from hunting.
Interesting.
Yeah, we hunted them for sport. Now, granted, they were kind of derpy, so them being dumb was kind of accurate, because the entire time we hunted them, they didn't try and adapt or anything. They were never really afraid of us. And that made them very easy prey. It was like target practice. And that's why they died out, because we didn't have any laws at the time to like prevent it. We being the world, not America specifically. But yeah, we fucking killed off dodos. Like, they were nobody business because we hunted them. See that? That's the results of me being obsessed by something. Is I find answers.
Bryce.
Fucking duck butter.
Oh, guys, nobody let me forget. I got to bring my trash out tonight. All right. We should definitely.
I got to do the same thing.
Yup. Dude, I didn't last week. And the recycling people, they come like, first of all, they're in a big ass fucking truck that they quietly sneak down your street at like 3 a.m. or some shit like that.
Really?
Yeah, man. I went out at 5:30 in the morning to bring the fucking trash down, and everyone's recycling was already taken.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But then
Where you are, you're at the
trash
beginning.
truck. Well, the trash truck must go the opposite way because that fucker doesn't get here till noon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's how ours used to be with our trash. They used to be always late. Sometimes wouldn't even fucking show up. And now I have to put it out at night because I have no idea when they're going to come up. But
You want
they're
me to
always
try to
here by
help
the time they come
prevent?
here.
You want me
Or
to
by
try
the
to
time
help
we go.
prevent a fucking future like in Wally? Then make it easier for me to fucking recycle.
I mean, I guess so.
Man, they don't even give a shit around here. We don't have to recycle.
We don't have to, but I like to. Anyway,
We don't have a recycling truck that comes through. We don't have recycling bins.
I don't think I have recycling either. I'd have to like have my own bins and bring it somewhere. But
Man, fuck the planet.
no, I don't think so, dude. You just have
I'm
to
gonna die
call
first.
and get. You have to call and get,
it get put on a route.
and then once you get the recycling bin, then you're on the recycling bin route.
That's
Okay.
too much work. It's not worth it.
It is worth it.
Your kids.
Yeah, but not me. I
Are
got
you
my
kidding?
kids. So I don't care.
All I gotta say to you, Jordan, is Captain Planet, motherfucker.
Oh my god, I love that shit so much. If nobody's watched it, go on fucking YouTube.
Yeah,
and
it's a
look
college.
up.
Look up College Humor Captain Planet.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
It's the best, and it's like a trilogy. So just keep that in mind. There's more than just the initial video.
Also, real quick, is it okay to semi talk about Infinity War at this point?
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
haven't
we
seen
already
it, now,
did.
It's your own fault. It's
Okay,
out
good.
digitally.
Remember
me and
when we
Shayna-
did
hold
the
on.
episode where, like,
Before
we're
we
gonna go into spoilers hardcore, skip to this time.
Yeah,
to
we did
skip
do that.
past
That's right.
Infinity. We
Okay.
we did that.
So before we come back, just for you YouTubers and Twitch peeps, watched it last night with the wife. She's never seen it. I was talking to a buddy of mine on the phone, and he was like, "You think she'll cry?" And I was like, "She might cry." And he was like, "Yeah, probably at the end." And she was like, "What do you mean cry?" I was like, "Don't worry about it.
Nothing. There's no
Don't
crying.
We're watching the movie." And of course, Infinity War is an amazing movie, and it fucking kicks off like Crazmo right from the fucking beginning, right?
Yeah, I loved it.
And it's going,
It's a good popcorn movie. Yeah, it's a very
It
good.
really is. So then you get to the part where Gamora dies, and she was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that happened." And then when Loki died, before that, she was like, "I can't believe they did that," you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then the end of the movie happens, everyone
snap.
dusts, you know? And man, she must have fucking punched me in the arm like 6 times. And she's like, "I thought the part you thought I was gonna cry at was the girl dying. Why would you make me watch this?"
And that's when you turn to her and you go like, "Honey, I don't feel so good."
Oh my god.
Did she tear up with Spider-Man? Because I did. I'm not gonna lie.
There's no shame in that.
Yeah, a
It's
lot of
fucking
people
sad, man.
a lot of people did. I honestly, in
Just
my
like, I don't
opinion,
feel so good.
I have more of a connection to like watching Groot go than I did watching.
Well, I was
Peter
mad seeing
go.
Groot go because we've been watching him grow back up just for him to die without him doing anything.
And also, they kind of semi-broke continuity. If it's like 50% of every populated place, I guess it would be if he's supposedly the only one of his kind left. That must not be true then.
Yeah, well, it's complicated. There's an entire race of his people, and he basically has a disease, and that's why they all can only say "I'm Groot," because of this disease that's degenerated their vocal capabilities, and it's basically turned itself into its own language. I don't know how they're handling that in the cinematic universe, but I have a
that ever
feeling
been
there are
addressed?
others. It hasn't. The disease part definitely hasn't.
No, yeah. But I do know that like he was like a king of his people at one point. So, oh.
We're not recording any of this.
No, we're not.
No, yeah. We weren't on purpose.
Okay.
But we can come back now. And
I just wanted to double check because you were like, "Is it okay if we talk about Infinity War?" I thought you meant like on the show, not just
no.
the break.
You're
saying rules for those of us.
And now I know they all died. Not everybody dies, first of all.
I
And
told you to mute.
Just like almost everybody.
Odin's son was smart enough to mute.
Kappa.
He muted. He's watching it tomorrow. So
Oh, I'm excited for him.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so
It's a
good.
good movie. Enjoy
Trust
it.
me, I can tell you everything about the movie, and watching it, you would still be like, "What the fuck just happened?" It's that
Yeah, honestly, that's how it was for me. I Googled all the spoilers before, and then when I saw it, I was like, wow, I can't.
My only problem is the people they chose. I feel like they could have chose better people to do that for. Like, obviously, some of them are going to be for story reasons, but you know it can't be. Is Odin's son unmuted
No,
now?
yeah. Well,
No.
We'll leave it alone. We'll talk more after the show.
Yeah.
Well, because I want to talk a little bit about my feelings on it, but let's come back. Let's come back.
All right. Okay, let me let him know.
And as for when we're coming back, we're gonna come back to Jordan's story, right? And then we're gonna launch into the thingy. So story.
Story, Altered Carbon.
What story? Oh, my story.
Whoa, a double dab.
Yeah,
What?
it's
Hey,
each of the
dabs-
lines for the X
Dabs don't
Files.
go
Like
well in our
X,
kingdom.
Hey,
X,
the other day I was
X-Files.
standing at work. I was talking to somebody about a 45-degree angle, and I was like, so it goes up like this, da 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 da, 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 and I'm talking like this the whole time. Man,
And then
when
you're
I-
just like, achoo.
no, but when I realized that from across the room, it definitely looked like I was a Nazi. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, so you were like this.
Well, I mean, I was out in front of me at a high angle.
Now, if
Maybe
you were
not
in
up
front of
here,
you, yeah,
but
that's some Nazi shit.
yeah. But I was like
No.
da, 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 talking. I'm like da 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 da, da, you know.
You're just going, ah.
Yeah, like from across the room, they're like, "Wow, he's really into that shit." All right,
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
Hitler
you
start
was
do
nice.
recording.
look like it. Let's be honest.
I mean, fuck off. I'm recording.
It's dangerous to do shit like that as a bold white man. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm
Keep
sure
that
it
in
is.
mind. I am also recording.
I'm recording as well.
All right, let's get it in.
Do it.
It's in.
Mine too.
I can't feel it. I need you guys to like up your game.
Damn Christ.
So instead of the 2 fingers, we're gonna do the 3 fingers because you
Okay.
guys obviously 2's not enough.
Not too much. to do.
So the triple finger salute.
Ouch. 3,
3,
2, 1,
Go.
go.
Welcome back from break, everybody. For those of us
Yes.
who were watching the live version on the YouTubes and the Twitch, it's a lot of fun talking to you guys.
It is.
Those of
Yeah.
you who weren't, yee.
Yeah. Yee.
But yeah. So Jordan was mentioning that he had another story he wanted to go over
Yeah. Another quick
before
one.
we started going buck wild on our usual off-topic nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, another quick one that I ran across. It's a little old. It's a couple months old, but I just found it on my Google News feed. Which
Because
is
Google
kind of a little
News
weird.
telling you the news 3 months
Exactly.
later.
3 months later. It's
Eventually.
awesome. But I thought you guys would get a kick out of it for a couple of different reasons. So, first and foremost, it takes place in Florida,
Classic.
Nice.
of course.
You
so
should
we
have
know
made
where
us
this is
guess
going.
that.
Oh, it's too obvious. So,
I already know what it's about then.
right? Pretty much. You probably could guess. So it took place in Clearwater at the end of May.
Oh,
Oh
definitely.
yeah, for
and,
sure.
The
Both hands.
police were called to a bus stop.
Oh, bus
yeah.
stop. Okay.
Yeah,
Knew it. I know what
in
it
the
is.
morning. It was 11 a.m. Okay, and they were told that there is an old man sitting at the bus stop touching himself.
Yep.
And so
So wait. Was he full blown jerking it? Or was he like had his
scratching
hand in his
nuts?
pants, like kind of, or was he scratching his nuts? Did he have 3 fingers in his butthole? Like, what was going on?
So the officers asked the man what he was doing. He just said, "I'm scratching myself." The arrest report, the police officer who arrested him said that it was obvious that he was masturbating. Okay. So they're arresting the dude, and normally they ask you what your name is, right? That's
Yeah.
pretty
Right.
legit, standard question. Guy says his name is James Tiberius Kirk.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Yep.
They arrested Captain Kirk for public
Captain Kirk
masturbation?
from Star Trek for public masturbation
I
in
mean,
Florida.
as an old man, he probably doesn't get as much anymore. He used to get
There's
it
no green aliens
all the time from whoever he wanted because he's fucking Captain Kirk. And he's actually right there.
Traveled about in a distant land, looking for some new poon.
I don't know if that's a good excuse, though.
It's not. It's not a good excuse.
No. The good excuse is he lives in Florida and it was a bus stop.
Yeah, that's just protocol down here.
That's actually all you need.
I will never stop reiterating this whenever something like this comes up. As soon as you said Florida, my immediate thought is we're the public masturbation capital of the world. Yeah. Dude was jacking it somewhere. I thought it would be on the bus or on one of like the rail cars or something, but in the bus stop is also a premier spot.
No, it's mostly guys.
Or in a Target.
But
for some reason, Target's also a big section.
Well, that's because girls go to Target. Girls wear yoga pants. Dudes like yoga pants. And some people don't have any self-control.
Patrick.
It also has to do with them having the better plushie selection. Think about that however you wish.
It's soft. Oh, man. So, dude, has this guy, did they say, has he ever been caught doing this before? Or is this something that happens often in
Did they find
area?
his real name, or is his real name James Tiberius Kirk?
That would be amazing.
It is not James Tiberius Kirk, but the article does not list his real name, nor does it say that he has done that before. I would assume that he did because it was 11 a.m. on a fucking Monday.
Yeah, you don't just suddenly go, you know what I'm going to do today?
Was he waiting for work? Like,
that's not a one-time thing.
How did they say approximately how old he is, or is there a picture of him? Like, give me an age.
He's 56. Okay.
He knew what he was doing.
He's facing a charge not only for that, but for providing a false name and identity to law enforcement, obviously.
Yeah,
no, it's right there. James Bundrick is his real name.
James Bundrick.
Yeah, so kind of close, but not really.
No, not close.
James.
Kirk and Bundrick? Okay, James. That's one of three. That's a failing grade. That's a 33%.
He was like, my name is Jimmy Blumdrack.
My name's Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
You can't be stoned or drunk out of your mind and mistake.
First of all, if you're stoned or drunk, you're not trying to jerk it.
That's true. That's true. Right? That is hard to do.
Everybody knows the drunker you get, the more in the dirt your dick gets, usually.
That's a great point.
Right.
At the same time, inebriated.
Yeah. However, it is Florida, so possible meth usage.
Now, meth, you're machine gunning it.
Yeah.
Possible. They do have a picture of the man. He looks like a
discolored
disheveled,
skin,
homeless man, but he's not. And I would assume not because he's pretty clean, relatively speaking. But gray, messy, disheveled hair, thick gray.
So he's not like he was waiting for the bus to get to work, and he was there to publicly jerk it on purpose. Like, that's why he was there.
Oh yeah,
I would vote yes.
See, now, but this is actually not as crazy as some of them, because some people here in the great state of Florida just pull their fucking D out in the middle of somewhere and they're just like going at it.
My favorite is when they're walking up and down on the bus, like threatening people with it while they do it.
Or
it's like a hot situation.
This is gross.
When is he going to shoot off?
The grossest thing is exactly when like dudes just like shoot off on somebody and you don't even fucking know. Like, that's fucking nasty. But
and dangerous.
People want to come visit Florida. Yeah, right. People want to come visit Florida because it's awesome. Hey, whatever. Wait, what's that?
You take us at our dingle diddliest, you're probably going to get masturbated on. We're sorry.
So
that's true.
One of the comments in our YouTube feed is there was a guy that got banned from the library in the U.S. for jerking off.
Every library
really like books
in the U.S.
Every fucking library. So
that means you were caught at multiple libraries
in multiple states or multiple districts. Or
something. I mean, once you're caught, you can be caught in the same state.
Well, hold on. Are libraries
multiple times, and then it could be. Because libraries are federally funded, not state funded, I think. I could be wrong. But I think it's a federal level thing, so it's like linked across the United States, one library system. But they probably get state funding as well, but I think the library program is primarily federal, and then there's like supplementary stuff you can get the state if the state wants to improve their library.
Yeah,
state
sure.
And federal.
Okay.
It is state and federal. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's insane. Jerked
So
off
if
in
you're
so
in
many
the
fucking
system-
libraries that you're banned from every one of them.
Not only that, but to get caught. So that means he's not doing it in the bathroom.
No, yeah.
No, he's behind some books somewhere. Just oh yeah, these smell like grandma's bookshop. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
That's
She said he's not allowed in any libraries. He's only jerked off in one, but it must have been spectacular.
Holy shit!
So
He
now
must have
that's,
ruined some books with that.
I was about to say that's a case of he caused damage.
Yeah,
was a lot.
Probably
he splooged on the pages.
Yeah, and it was probably an you know expensive book or something. I mean,
I was gonna say, you're stupid, but that's impressive.
yeah. To just do it in one library and get banned across the country.
The human brain is a fascinating
World
thing
record.
when it comes to the difference between horrified and impressed. Because something like that, yeah, that is impressive. You're like, damn, like you did something one time so well that you got banned from every library forever.
Ever. Yeah.
Like you're almost like, well done. Well, good job. Wow.
Probably the Bible.
It's kind of, oh my God.
It would take something
That
like
would
that.
be the classic, especially if he's in the South, the Bible Belt. They would
God.
instantly call for his banning. Guarantee it. They would be so offended. But the other thing is, like the other side of the coin is, we as humans, when we hear about someone murdering like a bunch of people, like again, you can't fathom it. You don't really feel sad about it because it's like a statistic to you. So they did something so spectacularly well that you're almost like, well done. Like, wow, you murdered like 60 people. You must get up really early.
What's crazy? Hold on. What's crazy in a military situation, even where U.S. soldiers died, I'm mad. But in a military situation, I can almost say, well, fuck those people. But that was very well planned. You know, in a situation where some fucking asshat goes and shoots something up or something like that, I'm like, you know what? No, fuck you.
Exactly. You can like say touche to certain
but some
things.
people don't, and and
yeah.
Well,
So, like,
Stalin actually said back in the day, I think one of his famous quotes was, "The death of one is a tragedy, and the death of a million is a statistic." True.
No,
that
is very fucking true.
And
But
that's from the guy who invented Cannibal Island, which was a thing.
Hold on. What if?
Have I talked about Cannibal Island?
Nobody had to die. What if nobody had to die and you were, I don't know, backed up to some kind of cloud backup storage system?
In an old USB 2.0 external hard drive.
You know what? I'm intrigued. Go on,
Western-
Patrick, with your perfect segue.
Oh, thank you. So good. Doesn't need a handle. Now it's called a hoverboard.
Hey.
Actually, that annoys me too, by the way. Things that annoy me, the fact that we call a hoverboard, but it's not a hoverboard.
But it doesn't hover?
It doesn't fucking hover, but
It's
whatever.
stupid.
It
It
is
pisses me
stupid.
the fuck off. So
what it is, a motorized skateboard that's sideways.
It's a handle
I think the actual term for them, by the way, is people mover,
No, that's a ride in Disney.
which is awesome. I love that ride whenever I'm
It's my
hot
favorite.
because I'm too fat to keep walking around. Anyway, so
Same.
I watch lots of the YouTubes and
Right.
I watch lots of Netflix, things like that, and I just picked up a show, Altered Carbon. If you haven't watched Altered Carbon, this is not going to be spoilery. I will be talking about some things from the show.
But it's more like a backdrop.
Even some stuff
of the
that
setting.
could possibly be considered story centric, but I've only watched 4 episodes, so there's no way for me. There's no way for me to know enough to spoil anything for you. Okay.
Like if what we discuss ends up spoiling something, it's because the writers did it and we didn't know, but we thought that would be where they took it.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen any of it, and we discussed a little bit beforehand.
So what I want to talk about Altered Carbon is not the actual show itself, not the acting, which is great, by the way. It's set retardedly future, like so far in the future. Humanity is among the stars. This takes place on Earth, I believe is Earth. It's extremely populated. The rich people live on, Jetsons style above the clouds fucking things.
Hashtag
right?
Cloud City.
People now, there's when you're born, they put something in the back of your neck or back of your head or whatever. It's called a stack. Okay. The stack somehow, some way is backing up your consciousness and all of your memories. The brain still functions as the filter between the body and the stack, but you are essentially on this stack. And unless I quote blow your stack out or an energy shot to the brain, then you're essentially immortal. You can when the stack is not in an active body, it's in a hibernation state, assuming it's not
damaged or destroyed. Yeah.
If it's damaged or destroyed, you're actually dead.
Bodies
are referred to as sleeves. Okay. Rich people can clone themselves and grow new ones. The new ones can even have badass enhancements, extra strong, hormone, release, tits that are fucking awesome. I don't know. And if you're poor, if you don't believe in this and you die, right? If you're poor and something happens, if you can get a new sleeve, it's going to be like a new mortgage payment for you. Unless you have like, I guess, children. And that's one thing. And this might be kind of whatever from the show. It's in the first episode. They're in the police station. This girl comes walking out. She sees this couple and she's like, "Mommy," right? But it's an old lady. And essentially they're like, "Oh my God, you put our daughter, young kid, in this old lady's body." And they're like, "Hey, you get what you get." Right. Implying that, sure, if you're under 18 and some tragic thing like murder happens to you, you can be put in another body.
But beggars can't be choosers. It's like a donation system.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. You can also transmit yourself between bodies, right? I guess to blank stacks. Okay. When you die, you essentially are immortal. So we were talking about the implications of this, and whether or not it's wrong.
Kind of out there.
Well, let me ask you, Jordan. What's your opinion on that? What do you think of that?
It's interesting. I mean, I can see it as being something like feasibly understood by people. I mean, I don't think it's wrong.
You don't think it would be wrong to do?
No.
So now Bryce is about to take this away in a second, okay? Because my opinion is that depending on the scenario. So and before he gives his opinion, the other thing aside, let's say, Jordan, you get killed, right?
Okay.
We don't, you don't have a new sleeve to be put in, okay? You don't have the money for it. You're dead now. You could feasibly come back, but you know what? Let's say they do what they call spinning you up, where they put you in VR or temporarily wake you up or whatever to interrogate you about your murder or who killed you, or maybe not interrogate, talk to you about. Pull up murderers and interrogate them, right? Killers, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you can feasibly wake the dead up to have a conversation with them and then put them back down, because you're technically only paused on the stack. When you're not in a body, you're in a paused state. You don't know time is passing, but you're not alive.
Okay.
You think that's okay? Morally, do you think that's okay?
Yeah, because the person who's being quote unquote paused, they don't feel that effect.
Okay,
it's instantaneous to them.
But if I take your stack and I put it in a little kid's body or an old lady grandma's body, are you still Jordan?
I mean, that doesn't really matter at that point.
I don't know. I think that there's way more to that than,
It's definitely a gray area.
So like what Bryce was saying, right?
I don't have an issue.
Well, I can start. I'm holding back as best I can for now. But
no, dude,
if we're ready.
Okay, dude.
Here's my thoughts on it. So you guys know that I have a phobia of teleportation, right?
Well, yeah, because this is similar to that. If you think about it,
it is incredibly similar to it, for a similar reason. But this could be worse in a way. And here's why.
I did not know you had that phobia.
Well,
I
yeah,
talked
man.
about it on the show.
To teleport, you essentially have to be murdered on this
Yeah,
murder
you're
in the
broken
murder
down
booth.
bit by
Oh,
bit and
that's
then
what you're
put back
talking
together.
about.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I knew
So
that.
teleportation, if you're broken down bit by bit and then put back together, I don't know if I lived through that and if the person on the other side is just an exact replica of me, but the me that I am doesn't exist anymore. I die, and now there's a copy with all my memories who thinks everything's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to risk that.
Mhm.
So my thoughts on this are incredibly similar, which is this device, this stack, is in the back of your head. And I haven't seen any of the episodes of the show. Me and Patrick just talked about it, and he gave me the background. So I don't know like the story points and if.
And again, I've only watched 4 episodes. So
Yeah, none of this is spoilers. But it wouldn't surprise me if they take some of the things I'm talking about in this show, and if it happens in this show in some way, just because it would make sense to me as a writer to explore this. Because here's my whole thing. This is a storage device, right? So that means it's backing up all my memories, my thoughts, my everything. But if it's a storage device, and if that stack can be put into any body, and then I show up in that body, but we can also be backed up to the cloud, like Patrick was saying, or have multiple stacks of backups of ourselves. Because he had told me, and he didn't really get into this, but there is something known as double sleeving, which is where you have 2 stacks on you. One is your brain stack, and then you have another one hidden in like your kidney or something like that. So that way, if you have any problems or something like that, the brain one gets destroyed. If the people who are trying to kill you don't know about the other one, you can still be rezzed. That
so you can either be backed up to a remote system, right, regularly, or I can be on a blank stack that I have hidden under my fucking kneecap.
And if I die, the one that's under the kneecap it's not constantly receiving updates to the backup. So it's one of those situations where that one would just be a hard copy. So all of my memories from before that copy was made are gone. Or from after that copy was made, excuse me, are gone. So if they bring me back from that, it's of the day I made the copy. And then all of a sudden I'm there and I'm like, oh shit, I must have died. So here's the thing. If it's possible to make a copy of yourself, that means in theory, I could put that copy into a body and upload it with my personality from when I made the backup. And there will be 2 of me. So here are my thoughts on it. If I'm able to feel the other body across
like
distance,
let's say I kick you in the balls.
Yeah, or there's some sort of hive mind effect to where I'm able to control both remotely, then I am totally cool with it. I'm fully on board. Plug a chippy thing in my brain. Let's get me backed up. I'll live forever. If I cannot control that other body, that means that every single copy is not the original. That means that every time I'm uploaded into a chip, the me that I am dies, and that there's just a copy there. And I am essentially an AI thinking I'm this other person. Like the moment I die for the first time and I get re-uploaded through my chip, it's over. And it's one of those situations to where I can't do that, because then it's just copies of me. I'm not actually living forever. It's just people are gaining the title of my name and my memories, and they just continue as best they can as me. But I can't get behind that. It's not my thing.
So
like, I want true immortality if I can have immortality.
And there is kind of something to what Bryce is saying in that in the show, and I guess in the book series, one of the main characters, the body he's in, is addicted to nicotine. He hates cigarettes, but he's smoking cigarettes because the body and the brain that his stack is now in, it was a heavy cigarette smoker.
Which means that the brain isn't just a neutral interface, right?
Like they're explaining it to be.
Because it's recording information to itself, including addiction to chemicals.
Yes.
So if we have addiction to chemicals on the brain, that means that there was a person, that was a person's brain. And now you may be controlling it like a puppet, but you're controlling it as an AI, because the you that is you is in your original brain from your original body.
So does any of that, before I finish the sentence, Jordan, does any of that change your view on having a stack and the ability to essentially, quote, live forever?
Not really, to be honest with you.
Okay. So what if
there's still a chance that I win the cosmic lottery and I'm the one that remains?
So you don't think that? So like, let's say that they back up your consciousness. It's now on a computer chip, right? Just because it has to interface with a biological computer to be able to load that program, you still see that as you. What if I were to tell you that, let's say approximately 16 hours after you're born, they put that in you, right? So were you not just murdered 16 hours into life and then implanted with an AI that controls you for the rest of your life?
I don't see it that way.
Because essentially by doing it so early, they prevent any of that stuff from happening in your brain, right? The brain becomes just an interface for the stack. Everything you are, right, grows and becomes what it is on the stack itself. So if you're only ever on that one stack implanted between bodies, okay, I could see that as being you.
Yeah.
If you ever make a backup or copy of it, whatever comes of that is not you. So let's say you're backed up to a cloud, Jordan. I fucking kill you. You're dead. And your last backup is just downloaded into one of your clones. That has to be an AI. That can't really be you.
Yeah. It can't.
It's a copy of me, but it doesn't matter.
Well, not to the version of you that's now awake, but it does matter from the outside looking in.
Yeah, a lot outside looking in, sure. But me, I'm not going to know that.
Because you're going to be dead.
No, yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying, is because you're fucking dead. So you don't fucking care.
Whatever, like I'm being quote unquote resurrected in another stack or in another sleeve or whatever. That version.
So you're saying it's better now. It's better this way than it is any other way. And I will state my main drawback from it is because of something that Patrick told me about, which is something called needling or needle pointing.
Yeah.
Which is essentially copying your stack like over the web to a body in a different country. So that's your form of travel. So you lay down, your stack gets uploaded to the cloud and then downloaded to a body in Europe. And now you're in control of the one over in Europe, supposedly. So,
but are you, or are you just, or did the one you were just get deleted and then a backup made and then downloaded into this other one, and now you're different? I don't know. If you started out as a computer program who evolved to control a fucking body, I would say that computer program is the same computer program the whole time. However, but because we're not a computer program, the
person that you are dies at birth.
How it is.
The human dies at birth, and now it is an AI that is growing up as you, essentially. So it's artificial intelligence taking over humanity.
I don't know what this show goes
in my viewpoint.
I don't know if this is actually
honestly. I'll be 100% honest.
Yeah. Interesting. So you would say, let's live forever. I probably would also, if I was rich, be totally into it. Not rich, I don't know.
Well, I'm not rich, but I'm still into it.
See, I can't be into it because I feel like
I think there
would be no human lives left. It would just be AI. We would all just be perpetually circle jerking as AI masquerading as humans. And it would be the ultimate robot apocalypse, one we did to ourselves and we wouldn't even know because we think we're human.
Now, the show does have AI in it, okay?
Of course it does. It has to.
Because it's the future and shit, right?
Well, not only that, but that's because that's literally what the chips are. I think that the big reveal at the end of this show, whatever it is that they're going to learn they're not actually human. And that they've been AI this whole time. And that they're going to have to question everything they know about themselves. And it's going to cause like a big crisis amongst.
They never explain. So they may more, but all it is that they found alien tech, and this is one of the things that came from it. You know?
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I think it depends on your economic class whether or not you think it's okay or not.
Oh, and
I
that's a
think
big
it's
thing from it,
cool.
for
It's
sure.
cool to be able to, let's say, a family member wants their dead relative at Christmas, they could rent a sleeve and have you taken out and put in that temporarily for.
Well, that's the other thing for me is there's a moral obligation to where if you're able to keep people alive through these bodies, why is it that we have these people in this state? Why haven't we developed some sort of VR afterlife to keep them spun up? Like, we're just keeping them on pause. I feel that there is almost a form of imprisonment there, because while they're on pause, time is passing, and granted, they don't know that, but the next time they get spun up is 600 years from now. You're asleep one day, you wake up, all of a sudden you're 600 years in the future being spun up, and people are like, hi, yes, this is 600 years in the future. You haven't been spun up in a long time. We found you in an old, safety deposit box. Da 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 da. You should be aware of time passing so you can spend time with your family members and everything at all times. Because in that 600 years, if your family members, you don't know which ones are deleted, which ones got their stacks blown out, which ones, if there was some sort of revolution with anti-stackers murdering a bunch of people permanently, like, you don't know anything. And I feel like that passage of time, that loss of years, you're morally obligated to give somebody that. So either some form of system to keep them spun up, or making bodies for these folks who need it, who have died, because otherwise you're just taking too much away.
Oh, I agree.
In my viewpoint.
Yeah,
and the fact that I think it's 100% realistic that a capitalist society would basically pay, have you pay to rent a body for a holiday. Imagine only being alive for holidays for the next 30,000 years.
Yep.
Because no one can afford to
you're
keep you
okay with
permanent.
because
every day is Thanksgiving, so that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Every time you're aware of time, you're like, oh, fucking ain't right, it's turkey.
Yeah, it's turkey again. All right, I just had turkey, but I'm hungry, so that must mean it's a new body. All right, cool.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought it was cool. In my opinion, it's a super crazy gray area there. I once I watch more of the show, for the fuck all of I know, that's exactly how it's gonna go. I don't fucking know. We'll see.
I'm gonna watch it too because I'm curious now.
Yeah, it's a cool show,
Me
man. I
too.
think you'll like it.
I think I will too. Just
And
the concept
all of
alone
that
got
stuff-
all this discussion. So
Yeah, but all of that has nothing to even do with the show. I mean, it does. It's a mainstay of the show.
yeah, it's a mainstay of the show, but it's not the major plot point.
And there's
right
stuff
now.
going on in the background. And honestly, it is very important to some aspects of the show. But what is actually going on is like a detective-y kind of thing.
Okay.
So
I'm definitely gonna check it out because one, I love detective shows, and two, I love philosophical debates, and this is smashed two of those things together.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. But
Oh man, guys.
I don't know about y'all, but I know about us, and
Yeah.
all I know is that we know how to nail it.
Well, if we nailed
And
it
how
any
to
fucking
rock,
harder, the computer would be pregnant.
I mean, is that why Jordan's camera's not working?
It is, yeah. He's naked and
He nailed it too hard.
jerking it to pictures of people's feet.
If only he was in public.
Yeah, if only he was in public. Yo, what if James Tiberius Kirk was Jordan from the future? All right. Jordan, plug all the holes, bro.
Plug us, daddy.
Alrighty. So, first and foremost, you can find us on the Facebooks. Just go ahead and search the letter NJ podcast.
Hey.
What?
Listen, stop.
What?
The fuck, bro? That's a lot of noise.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was right.
We're going to edit all this out. It's fine.
Oh, Jesus. No, we won't. Continue.
No. So, in addition to that, you can, of course, find us on Twitter at PB, the letter NJ podcast. Feel free to give us or shoot us an email at pbnjpodcast@gmail.com. Live stream, of course, on YouTube. Just search for us. Twitch.tv/PBnJ podcast, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, the high quality audio version of this podcast.
Of this
Jesus, I can't talk
Clodcloth.
today. PBnJpodcast.podbean.com.
Yup. Or anywhere you get podcasts from.
Yeah, iTunes, Google Play, Google Podcasts, all that.
And honestly, before we close out, we get more listens every week. People watching us in different ways. Lots of input from people, and we really appreciate it. So I just want to say thank you again.
Yeah,
we really
Yeah,
appreciate
thank you
it.
so much, and keep it coming.
Comments
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
It was awesome.
We have no idea what we're doing, so we appreciate you sticking with us. So
Love you, 5.
anyway, yeah, thank you, 5.
5
Later,
fam.
everyone.
Unite.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
All right,
All right,
recording
so
is
I'm going to
started.
switch off immediately. Love y'all. Thank you for watching. Have a
Deuces,
wonderful night.
tube.
Deuces, juice.